Oh. Hey everyone! Oh, Chaplain! Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Oh, and a
The,
nose
the
lick
nose lick.
too! Oh god, we're blessed. We're
I,
truly
I, I
blessed today.
know. I know people love the nose licks. It's not. I don't care for him at all. I don't get. My heart doesn't melt every single time he does that at all. It's only for the people. So I figure
Yeah.
give you all that. It's
Yeah,
very kind
well,
of me.
well, thank you. Thank you
Hmm.
kindly. We all appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Chatting with Doug there, everyone. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I see we already have a hype train going on here
Get
on
you for that too, buddy.
Twitch.
Chugga, 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 chugga,
Thank
chugga,
you,
choo,
Chaplain.
choo.
I love the way he looks up at you like,
Like, what is
"Hi,
happening?
Dad." I was gonna say with admiration, but confusion is probably
No,
more on brand
it's
for him.
every look from him is confusion. Trust me.
Amazing. Love that. Let's get to the rules here so that we can start answering some of these questions that you have for this man right here. First and foremost, we give priorities to the bit messages. All
But
right, my mouth. Bit messages and super chats, since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, sometimes we have time for regular chat questions on YouTube or highlighted questions over on Twitch. But please save those questions for the end or towards the end of stream, because you cannot or should not repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over. We have a large volume of questions that comes in, so this is just a way for us to prioritize and be able to sort through them so that we can get to those non-paid questions. If there's time at the end of stream, we'll scroll back and answer some of the questions that are less than $5, but we do prioritize $5 and over first. Also, on the YouTube side of things, please do not stress out if your super chat unpins from the top. We have a list of questions with super chats and bits, and it is very, very rare that we actually miss one. Have some patience, because sometimes we can get up to an hour behind. So have some patience. We will get to it. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is that we're going to lose the point and we don't have time to go back and figure out what you were trying to say. That also applies to parts. If you absolutely must break your message up into multiple parts, please keep it to 3 absolute maximum. Again, we don't have time to figure out how part 12 related to part 2 and what you're trying to tell us. So 3 absolute max, please. No spoilers. I said this last week, but I'm gonna continue to say it. I haven't watched Has Been Hotel yet. Don't spoil it for me, all right? There's 2 new episodes that just dropped. I need
I was
to
gonna
see
say,
it.
like, wait, you've seen some. You just haven't seen
Some.
the two new episodes.
Yes, I
Okay,
haven't
okay.
seen the 2 new episodes. I've watched 4 episodes, I think. Yeah, 4 episodes. So, yes. But please, just no spoilers for movies, TV shows, any of that stuff, okay? Please. No swearing, Doug.
Right, right.
Oh, please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. We have over 100 people in both YouTube and Twitch chat here, and it just doesn't seem fair if you get to ask 5 in one, and some people haven't had a chance to ask any yet. Okay, so please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat.
I think we're
Otherwise, I
good.
think that's it. I feel like I've
We
missed
good.
something, but I don't think I did.
I think we good. Think we
Yeah,
good.
we're good. We're great. Let's do it. JL, thank you for the 500 bits. I thought the remake of Lilo and Stitch was okay. Not as good as the original, but yeah, there's room for improvement in the next one.
A lot of people say that. I do know some people that hate it. I can't say I hate it, but I do think it misses a lot of important things. But no, and I even said in the review, I think some people were just like, I just need something light. You know, a lot's going on in the world and everything. Just like Stitch just needs to look cute and sound right. The kid needs to, look cute and everything. And it's like there needs to be enough drama. I see why some people are like, I just need this. Let me have this. It's like, okay, fair. I just didn't like it.
Crunch Along, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since Disney won't stop the remakes anytime soon, who would you cast as Tiana in live action? My personal choice is, I'm gonna mess up this name so bad, Myhala from HBO's Industry.
Oh, yeah, I gotta watch that show again. Well, the thing is, too, I always gotta see who can sing as
Mm,
well. I think that'd be a big component. I'm also anytime somebody asks me like, who do you think should play this young character, I'm just like, honestly, I'm one of those people now where I'm just like, who's like who are the young actors now? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's hard to keep track. So I'd have to like look at a list of people. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's good. I'm trying to think if she can. That's another thing too. Can she do like a Louisiana accent and stuff like that? I mean, I'm sure those actresses are out there, but the amount of Louisiana accented actresses that can also sing and look gorgeous, I don't know how many there are in Hollywood. Maybe there's a lot. I don't know.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the two new episodes of Has Been Hotel? It keeps getting better and better, and man, the actor who plays Vox is such a good singer.
Yeah, I saw one of them this morning. I didn't see the second one yet, but I'm digging it. I'm getting into everything that's going on. I especially, may I said it before, but I just love how the animation has just stepped up its game. Really to be on the level of the Hell of a Boss. That's really, really nice. And they didn't have to. Honestly, they could do, and not to say that the first season even had bad animation, it was spectacular. I'm just, again, comparing it to Hell of a Boss, which I'm more familiar with. And they could have kept it that quality. Still would have been great. Still would have been the best thing, streaming on TV. But they stepped it up and it's great. And I like it's taking its time more. I like we're getting backstories on people. The songs are still great. So yeah, the only thing where I'm kind of like, huh, is that there's only 2 episodes left. I almost feel like this had a little bit of the opposite problem of the first one, which was the first one tried to cram so much into it. This one, I'm actually kind of like, okay, we can probably get to the action now. You know what I mean? Because the first one, got to it pretty quick. So, yeah, I am curious to see where I'll go. But at the same time, they also have like a bunch of seasons, don't they? Lined up. So I guess there's no rush. I guess it does
Right.
make sense. I much rather have this than cramming too much into it. I like more that they're taking their time.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. In Cutthroat Island, dog, spelled DAWG, means Douglas. Therefore, you could be called Dog Walker.
I'm the mad dog. I never heard that growing up. Never heard that comparison. Actually, I didn't. The more I think because the show Doug was on, that distracted from that. But yes, I will take it. I will say I've heard it more grown up. Actually, I've had people misspell it as dog walker and stuff like that, or the opposite. They see dog walker and they think it says dog walker. So yeah, I've seen that quite a bit.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you ever watched the film Identity Thief? Well, I don't think it worked as a whole. Jason Bateman was a good straight man, as always, and Melissa McCarthy had a few surprisingly poignant scenes toward the end.
Let me see. Did I? Yes. I don't remember liking it, but I don't remember hating it either. Yeah, okay. It was one of those where if you see the preview, it gives you exactly what do you think it's going to be, warts and all. But I don't remember watching it be like, ah, this is awful. I just remember it, like you said, not really clicking, but I don't remember, uh, it being like this huge annoyance on me.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. You forgot to mention they used the same audio of Stitch's This Is My Family line from the original and put it on the remake.
Oh, I didn't know that. Boy, I thought I saw that movie a lot. That's a very that's a very good ear you got there. No, I literally
I
didn't
was
pick up on that.
chosen today.
Koopa Dude, thank you for the $5 super chat. How many Dougs could a Doug Walker walk if a Doug Walker could walk Dougs?
We were just talking about this very subject. Is it spelled DAWG though?
It's not.
Mm.
Sorry. Kevin Lane, thank you for the $10 super chat. In Treasure Island 1950, at the end of a parlay, Long John said, "But before an hour's out, you'll be begging help from me. Them that die will be the luck ones." What do you think he meant?
I haven't seen it in years, man. I gotta watch it again, especially with scurvy talk. It could be what did he mean? Like symbolically, it could also be what did he mean? What the hell did he say? Kind of thing. So I think I got to watch the movie and the scene again. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I remember it being good, but yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I don't know the context, but without the context, it sounds like something big is happening in an hour, and the people who die are gonna be the lucky ones who don't have to deal with whatever's coming. But
Hmm.
I haven't
Okay.
seen the movie, so I have no context. I know, guys. Thank you for that 21-month membership over on YouTube.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Appreciate that. What are your thoughts on the Mario Galaxy movie trailer? Me personally, it looks amazing. Super excited to see Brie Larson finally having her dream come true by playing Rosalina. Also, Benny Safdie. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say his name. I watched the direct this morning.
Yeah, it looked good. I didn't know Brie Larson was playing Rosalina. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like her as Captain Marvel. I've seen her in plenty of other roles where she's very, very good. So it's not like, oh no, if I, see that. I don't think that's like, oh, it's gonna be bad. I've seen her in plenty of good stuff. But yeah, the stuff with the wand was really cool. The stuff with Bowser was funny, but it went on way too long
yeah,
for a teaser. They needed to trim
100%.
that down. And I've never really been into Bowser Jr. I always liked the Koopa Kids. I thought they were cooler. I always thought Bowser Jr. was kind of a downgrade, but maybe it's because I haven't. What game is he from? Is he from Sunshine or
I don't remember what game
Galaxy? So
he
maybe
was
it's because I didn't
first
play the game
introduced
with
in.
him. But yeah, I know he's a popular character. So maybe this movie will make me like him. We'll see. But no, everything I saw, for a teaser, looked pretty cool.
I'm very excited. Galaxy is one of my favorite Mario movies. I think Brie Larson is a
Eh,
great choice too, because I do
Like,
always imagine Rosalina's voice being a little bit more down in a register, like she's
yeah,
so
definitely.
wise and like soft spoken. Excuse me.
Well, we gotta stream that too,
Yeah,
because I haven't played the game, so we definitely gotta do that before the film comes out.
100%. Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. I thought of an NC for Beetlejuice. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna reread that. I thought an NC for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was supposed to be during Nostalgia Ween this year. Is it gonna be next Nostalgia Ween instead of before that?
Yeah, so I realized something looking at the list of movies I was putting together for Nostalgia Ween. Tim Burton's kind of becoming the new Stephen King for Nostalgia Ween because I'm suddenly finding there's a lot of films of his that do connect to Halloween, and I was just like, well, let me do them kind of in order of what I think people would want to see. And I felt like people probably wanted to see A Corpse Bride, so I'll see if I'm gonna do Beetlejuice next Nostalgia Ween. I might do Dark Shadows because I feel like people might want to see that, or maybe not. I don't know if that's a film where like because when it came out, people really ripped it apart, really hated it. I don't know if it's still like a popular thing to kind of rip apart, so we'll see. So I'll either do that or Beetlejuice.
Jimmy Vance, thank you for the $5 super chat. 70 years ago today, lightning struck the Hill Valley Clock Tower, sending young Marty McFly back to the future.
Man, that's crazy to think. That film came out 70 years ago. So crazy. No, I know what you mean.
Kevin, thank you for the $10 super chat. Every battle of opinions there ever was on the internet is probably still going on. Let's start one right now. Vampires versus werewolves versus zombies. Which is best? Unsheathe your swords.
Um, I always think werewolves are cool. I don't know. I think I like werewolves because there's so many different ways you can design them. Like, does the wolf man look more like a man or like a wolf? Does it have a snout? Does it not have a snout? What powers does it have? Can it like, climb walls and jump super high in the air? Is it, like uh ground bound, however you say that. So yeah, even though there's not that many good movies on him, I always whenever I see one in a film, I'm always like, oh, like what are they gonna do with this? This will be really cool. Maybe because I've seen vampires and zombies done to death and done well, to be fair. I haven't seen werewolves done like phenomenally well, so it'd be nice to see that.
I think
But I take it back. There have been a couple that have been done phenomenally well. Sorry.
I think vampires are the best, but zombies are the scariest. Like I feel like I can talk to a vampire, but like a zombie is the scare. I would simply die in a zombie apocalypse. I would simply perish.
But you just You run. They're so slow. That's always the thing
But
that never
see,
scared me about zombies. Is you just
they
run away
can
from them.
be runners though. There are zombie movies and zombie media that
Well,
have them
okay.
being runners.
Maybe in your zombie
And
movies. No, I actually don't care if they run or not.
ugh, that freaks me out. A fast zombie? No, thank you. I would just yeah.
That is when I will agree. That is when they get scary. Is if they can run. That the first time I ever saw that was in Zombie Land. I was like, oh crap!
Yeah.
Like they can do. Holy smokes!
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Jeremy Irons performed Be Prepared live for the first time ever at the Hollywood Bowl to celebrate the 30th anniversary of The Lion King. Seen it?
No, I really want to see that.
Heck yeah.
Because that's one of those where even if it's terrible, I'm gonna bet that it's terrible. It's gonna be great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, he is just Hans Zimmer when he was talking about it, he said, "Yeah, Jeremy's either courageous or a fool for doing that." He's like, "I'm still not quite sure," but I mean, that's what's so funny is that he just soaks it up. He enjoys it. I mean, but the fact that he blew out his voice while doing it too will be very. That's why I'm even more curious to say, okay, well, what's it gonna be like to sing those last few verses? Because we never heard him sing those last few verses. So I'm really, really curious.
Nice Luigi, thank you for the $14 super chat. Have both of you seen the new trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie that came out today? And if so, what do y'all think? Also, I heard Captain Marvel is voicing Rosalina.
Yeah, no, we talked about it earlier, but I think it was good for the little that we've seen. It looked good. I think the big thing I think people want to see is Rosalina and what she can do, and that was a pretty cool introduction.
It looks gorgeous too. The way they had them use the star to like project out onto the world, and oh my gosh, it's gonna be so pretty. Chat, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Edge, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. In Best Friends, you introduced Rick, the guy who can save your life. I'm a little depressed, so I don't know if Rick films can make me feel better or not.
uh, well, he is he's a man of many hats, many faces, many voices, and so forth. And he might be out, maybe using some of those faces and voices, even as we speak. So if he doesn't get to you to cheer you up, we will do our best.
I know a guy. Thank you for that 67-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. How far are you on the new season of Hazman Hotel so far? The Speaker of God is my favorite character so far, and Sarah's Confession is my favorite song.
I'm at there's one I haven't seen, but I'm caught up aside from that, and I'm digging it. I'm really, really getting into it. Whenever there's a song, I get excited. I always get excited for like not only the style of the song or what it's gonna be, but the animation that's gonna go along with it. I like Alistair and I love Vox. I already love their rivalry, but seeing how that's much more in focus and we're getting like the backstory of them too. I like going back and forth between boy, I love this character as a villain, and then it's like, oh, that then you start to feel sorry for him. Then you like those SOBs, man, why do I feel sorry for these guys? I like going back and forth with them and all that. Yeah, again, just even the very basic TV versus radio. I mean, that rivalry's always been there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it quite a bit.
Digi Akuma, thank you for the $5 super chat. If the Christmas tree is worst animated Christmas special, what's worst live one? I guess Star Wars Holiday Special or Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny?
Man, I gotta think about that. I mean, for me, I kind of gotta go like maybe Nutcracker 3D. That was pretty appalling because you can point to theirs and say, "Oh, they're just horribly made." Whatever. That one, just on like an ethical level, is a very despicable movie. So, I mean, and it's stupid. It's just dumb. So that's the yet somehow all this money is thrown at it. So that's the one that's jumping out to me.
The Ultimate Frozen Fan, thank you for the $5 super chat. It's very clear to me Nintendo is trying to make Rosalina Elsa. They changed her colors to match Elsa. She even walks with her hands folded like Elsa. I
I
don't
mean,
think they
folded
recolored.
hands. I was gonna say, I thought she was turquoise, right?
Yeah, I
Isn't
don't
that
think
what
they
color she is?
recovered. They recolored, rather, Rosalina. She's, I mean, as far as I'm aware, that's always been the design.
I'd have to look at it side by side, but
Yeah.
and in terms of walking with hands folded, I think that's a very kind of royal thing that's done
Right,
quite a
exactly.
bit.
It's like a
Um,
proper thing.
Honestly, I didn't even notice they both did it because I'm just like, well, yeah, that's just again, it's like waving like this. Like, yeah, that's just kind of the royal thing people do.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah, and Chad is saying, "No, yeah, that's always been her designs." Okay, great,
Mm,
yeah, and Rosalina did come out before Frozen.
there you go.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you rank these Jason Bateman roles? Bad Words, The Gift, Zootopia, Game Night, and Air.
Ah, sheesh. Man. Game night. What was the other one? The one after that?
Uh, Air? Bad
Air.
Words, The Gift,
Bad words.
Zootopia.
That's it.
Okay.
Uh, I don't think I saw all of bad words. I wasn't getting into bad words. So I'll put that at the bottom. Then I'll probably do game night. Then what were the other ones again? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Bad Words, The Gift, Zootopia, Game Night, Air.
All right, The Gift will be number one. That one's great. That's a phenomenal movie. Yeah. Then probably I'll say Air, then Zootopia, then the other ones I listed.
Edge, thank you for the 59 NOK through Super Chat. Have you always wondered that Timon and Pumbaa kind of look like Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, yeah, boy, they really do in terms of like the initial shapes of them. I mean, not quite to a point where it's like a ripoff or anything, but you're right. One's kind of like a warmer, reddish color, and then the other's like a very light tan color, and he's the smaller one, the skinnier one, the one's a lot bigger. Yeah, I never thought about that, huh? And the smaller one, I mean, but that goes back to classic comic duos where the smaller one is like the brains and the bigger one's the brawns, but not as smart. So yeah, that's a good point. Never put that together. Not quite as violent or gross as Ren and Stimpy.
Trip, thank you for the $5 Super Chat. Have you ever seen the Little Mermaid prequel TV series? Not great, but had a cool Tim Curry villain and an awesome song called Harmony.
I, once in a while it'd be on TV when I was a little kid, but it wasn't my thing. I didn't go out my way to watch it.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Fire and Ice 1983? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, a long time ago. I remember getting into sort of the rotoscope animation more than and sort of the atmosphere of it more than anything else. I remember the story being kind of simple, but at the same time, that kind of in some respects that kind of demands a simple story. So I remember liking it, but it's not one that I recall like being one of my favorites of his. But it's good. I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, we were just going through some of our physical media and found that apparently we have a Blu-ray copy of Fire and Ice. Because my
Oh,
husband's a
interesting.
professional
Okay.
artist for chat context and likes the work of Frank Frazetta. So we
Hmm.
have a Blu-ray copy of it, apparently. Loopy Shot, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are favorite restaurants to eat? Some like Five Guys, Wendy's, Checkers, etc. My favorite was a family-owned restaurant named CCD's.
Uh,
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'll say,
Uh,
well, I was gonna say Luminati's, but maybe in this case, I should say Luminati's, maybe.
maybe, Doug. Maybe.
Maybe.
Deshaun, thank you for the $5 super chat. What about a review of Kick-Ass in the future? It literally has Nicolas Cage playing a Batman knockoff called Big Daddy.
You know, I didn't like that movie, and I was so excited for it. I thought it was one of those where I don't mind seeing a mean film, but the meanness wasn't usually funny. It was just mean, and it took itself seriously a lot of the time. Um, and sometimes that could lead to an interesting moment. I love her looking down at the hot chocolate. I thought that was a surprisingly really powerful moment. But aside from Cage and an occasional joke, I thought it took itself way too seriously. So
Hmm.
um, I don't know. It could be the time it came out, and maybe if I watch it again, I'll like the meanness of it because sometimes that's happened. But for me, I don't mind it being me. It just had to be funny too, and I didn't find it very funny. I'm still here. I'm just letting Chaplin out.
All right. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Django Unchained, which of the two main villains do you like more? Leonardo DiCaprio or Samuel L. Jackson?
Jackson. DiCaprio's yucking it, and so is Jackson for that matter. I was gonna say they're both kind of hamming it up, but in terms of who can do that just so much more naturally and who's just a more interesting villain, in my opinion, just given the context of the time and the story and everything, I think Samuel Jackson is much more interesting. But yeah, I mean, Leo's fun. He's going over the top with it and stuff like that. But I don't know.
I
When
was
I always say it, whenever I
chosen
see
today.
DiCaprio, I see a performance. When I see Samuel Jackson, unless he wants you to see a performance, which does happen sometimes, I always see a different character that he's playing. Even if he's like barely changing the voice, he's still going mother effer and stuff like that. Like he can still like bring a different character uh to the forefront, and that's usually what I see. Again, unless he wants you to see, a performance, which sometimes can make a role better depending on the movie.
AOTV, thank you for the $10 super chat. In Suburban Commando, one of the bounty hunters is played by Mark Calloway, who would go on to be known as The Undertaker in WWE, arguably the most iconic character in wrestling history.
Yeah, I guess when I I guess when I review that movie, those were I do know who the Undertaker is, but I didn't know that when I saw it. I guess there were a couple people in there that were wrestlers. I'm not a wrestling guy, so I completely missed that when I saw it.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. In terms of a series of movies that you hate but always seem to make a ton of money anyway, which one makes you more mad that they're making bank? The Jurassic Park slash World sequels or the Avatar movies?
That's rough. Hmm.
I say Jurassic Park because at least the Avatar movies look pretty and like they
They do
look awesome.
They do look pretty, but in a sense, that kind of pisses me off too because it's like, man, when you gotta say the Jurassic Park movies are shorter, that feels really weird. um, but there's also fewer of them, so when you add the hours up, uh, man, I don't know. I guess I'll say Jurassic Park because you're right. At the very least, after the first Jurassic Park movie, I feel they never quite got that innovation again for the technology. Sometimes they can look very good. Once in a while, you get a film where it's like, wow, actually, those do kind of look like they're really there. But at least with Avatar, with the second film especially, I can say, whoa, this is actually kind of mind blowing technology. Like this is very, very impressive to look at.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you guys seen the new Mario Galaxy movie trailer that just dropped?
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
good. We answered it twice before. You can see our answers there, but yeah, we both think it looks really good.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Django Unchained, what do you the friendship between Schultz and Django? I'm assuming they're missing the world.
I
What do you think? Sorry.
think, yeah. I like it. I go back and forth between that and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood being my favorite Tarantino movies, and they really are apples and oranges. I mean, they're just two totally, almost totally different things. They are Tarantino, but yeah, no, that's one of the best things. And Christoph Waltz, until I saw Big Eyes, in my opinion, could do no wrong. And then I saw that movie. I'm like, oh, he can. Okay. But it probably wasn't his fault. I'm sure it's directing or whatever. But yeah, no, I thought they both played that friendship very, very well.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you think a sequel of Coraline, do you think a sequel should be made with them as adults and maybe her daughter going through what she went through?
I guess if you're gonna do it, that's not a bad way to do it. But I think it's perfectly fine on its own. I'd much rather see, which they are doing, a different stop motion story than reprise something. So yeah, I think that'd be the better route. But if it turns out, hey, you have to do it, here's you're required to, whatever. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. To be honest, Lilo and Stitch is hands down the worst Disney remake. I legit rather watch Lion King or even Snow White remake. Yeah, I hated it that much.
I will say the people that really hate it, I mean, yeah, they say what you say. It's like one of the worst in their opinion. And maybe that could come from that. I think one of the reasons people either give it a little bit of a pass or really hate it does rely on people that maybe grew up with it and maybe the message and the characters, everything really connected with them a lot more. So for me, obviously, I saw it when I was like, I don't know, I think it was in college when it came out, or maybe late high school. So I liked the movie quite a bit, especially the stuff with the sisters. But yeah, I didn't have like that. That's my childhood. I didn't have that with it. So yeah, it was just bad for me. I can at least point to a few good things they did well.
Daniel Ryan Mulligan, thank you for the $10 super chat. This is my last chance, so sorry about the amount, Doug and Heather. But I think you remember how I did 2 cameos. And if you want to know what a bleeder is, please look me up in Elgin, Illinois.
Cool. I sadly don't remember. I do a lot of cameos, especially around this time of year. But thank you for that though, because they do go to a very good cause. So thank you so much for that.
Sean, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, of all the Christmas cartoons you've seen over the years, have you come across one called The Great Toy Robbery? Imagine Santa in the Old West being robbed by a trio of bandits and the hapless hero that comes to the rescue.
Uh, no.
That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, but man, the style is very, very, very. It looks kind of 60s, like cheap 60s ish, but it's kind of a little bit of a charm to it. Oh, it is say a 63. Yeah, huh? Yeah, I might check this out. It actually looks kind of cute.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits so far in Has Been Hotel. What's your favorite Vox song?
Let me see. Yeah, he's had a lot, hasn't he? The more I think about it. I like the one. It's short, but I like the one where after. Oh, I can't say the one he sings to the crowd. No, that's not enough either. The one in the second to last one that came out. That one. Now,
Okay.
even that's not enough. The one in the second half of that episode.
Great.
Though ironically, actually, the more I think about it, I think I like the one in the first half of that episode. I'll go with
Okay.
that.
Great. Um, Gabriel, thank you for the $10 super chat. This is a dozen years ago, but in the hit film Kick-Assia, you have an off-brand suit and tie for the critic that were never used elsewhere. Do you remember the reason why that happened? Outfit mishap?
Boy, I gotta watch it again. I don't remember an offshoot one. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like maybe I'm totally blanking. Maybe there's a part of me that's like, oh, I'll just get whatever an extra one when traveling out there, just in case like something happens to it or something. No, because I thought it was the usual one. Yeah, I legit don't. Maybe I say on the commentary or something like that. Yeah, I'm totally blanking out. I'm sorry.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen or heard of the short A Child's Christmas in Whale with Denholm Elliott? It might be
uh,
Wales. It had Wales space S. So it might be A Child's Christmas in Wales with Denholm Elliott.
no. I see it here. Looks interesting. I'll try to check it out.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you wish you could binge anime while doing Nostalgia Critic things before retirement to review some of it?
Sure. I don't. I mean, there's tons of things I wish I could like review and really edit and go into like a lot of detail and stuff like that. But just time is what it is. And the fact I even have the possibility of all of like making these videos and editing them and people coming and actually caring about what I say. I mean, that's like mind blowing to me. It's still mind blowing to me all these years. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could, but like I said, it just the reality is reality.
Biddly Bip, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, Doug and Heather, what's your thoughts on Christmas Vacation?
Oh, I love it. I will say some people who didn't grow up with it say, they watch it later and they're like, it's fine. Some parts are a little weird and awkward. And I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I can't act like I don't see that. I think those moments do hit a little closer to maybe when you're a kid, and you could very much argue kids are not supposed to see that movie. But yeah, I especially like it because I feel like it captures a lot of what Christmas is like in Chicago. The house was very much like my grandma's house. A lot of those family members are very much like my family members and everything. So I connect with it a lot. And even though it was shot in, California and all that snow is fake and everything, I just feel the cold. I feel it every single time I look at it. Even when I look at it, I'm like, man, I know that must be, some sort of like white paste or flakes or whatever. I'm just looking at like, man, the way it's lit, the way it's shot, I just so feel the even when they're inside the house, I feel the cold, and that's such a. I know it sounds like a small detail, but like it's an important detail, and somehow they capture that. And I know it's not like the biggest element of the movie, but yeah, it's the one that I definitely watch every single year. I can never go a Christmas without watching a Christmas Vacation.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. I feel like loot is being wasted in Has Been Hotel Season 2. She's set up to be delusional, vengeful, and enraged, and we haven't seen any of that again since episode 2.
I agree. I know there's a lot going on. I was really surprised to see that again. That's when I was like, "Oh, we're at the last 2 episodes already." To give her that setup, especially that song, that
Oh my
amazing
gosh,
song.
Gravity's been my favorite so
Yeah.
far.
Oh,
Stars
me too. I've listened
tonight.
to it over and over, several times. Yeah. No, I definitely, even after I heard it, I'm like, I'm watching that again. you know.
So good.
Uh, so, but yeah, that is a little surprising they're not doing more with it. But again, I have to kind of remind myself too that there are going to be other seasons, so they could slowly be setting this up. I don't know. So I hope it isn't something where it's like she gets her big moment and she's out, like they kill her off or something like that, just really really quick. Like, oh, that would be too quick. I really hope they're building up to something good.
James, thank you for the $20 super chat. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. For the ref, the villain was intentionally named Siskel after the critic because he gave a
Uh,
thumbs down to Richard Legrevines's previous film Fisher King. Stupidly petty and asshole move like putting them in Godzilla.
Uh, and it's ironic because I think he actually liked that. I think they had a split on the movie, and I think Cisco liked it, but I could be wrong. Um, yeah, I didn't even catch that was his name. That's pretty funny. I'll keep that in mind when I review it.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fun fact, man, I am messing up names left and right today. Sydney Agudong and her sister Sienna were the final 2 in the running for Nani in the 2025 film. Now I'm very curious about how Sienna would have played her.
Who was the? I know the one that got it. Who was the one that was? I know
S-
Agadon got it.
Her
Uh,
sister Sienna. So it was Sydney, 2
oh,
sisters.
oh, interesting. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know because I don't know either of them before this movie. I mean, I know they've been in stuff, but yeah, I'm not familiar with their work, so I don't know. I mean, they both did good. The both of them were her and the actress who played Lilo. I mean, they did good job. It was good casting.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Poor Things?
I like it. Yeah, I like the weirdness of it. I usually like that guy's movies. The only thing I think I've mentioned this before. This one is a really good YouTuber critic called Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and he brought up this thing about the movie before I saw it, and now I can't not hear it. He said it's a good movie, everything's doing well, but while everyone I feel like is giving me performance, Mark Ruffalo is just doing a silly voice, and that's all I can hear. I just hear a silly voice, a stupid voice. I don't see performance, just a stupid voice. And when I put it on, I'm like, that just totally ruined it. All I can see is him talking like this. I'm Mark Ruffalo, a stupid voice. Yeah, like I can't not hear a stupid voice out of it, even though everybody's doing something silly and weird. So it's one of those things where I'm usually good at separating that when seeing a movie, but that one I'm just like, maybe I would have just agreed. Maybe it was just so obvious I would have agreed anyway. But yeah, that was something where I'm like, yeah, no, I can't see anything but a stupid voice from this guy.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of the Terminator CGI effects back in the 80s compared to today's Terminator movies?
The 80s. Oh, well, Terminator 2 was 90s. I don't think there was any CG in the first movie. Like maybe the title, maybe one or two little moment, but if I don't recall them. No, honestly, I think a lot of it still looks pretty good. A lot of it looks obvious, but it still looks good. And again, I think part of it is they were trying a bunch of techniques. I mean, they didn't just this was all sort of new territory for a lot of them. So they really went out of their way. I mean, you can see the test footage of poor Robert Patrick, just like, covered, like just wearing nothing but his underwear and covered in like, a grid all along his body, like trying to do like the walk and everything. So, yeah, no, they went out of their way. I think that's why it still looks, pretty impressive, even though, like I said, we're used to seeing it. So it does look obvious, but it still looks good. It's still believable enough.
Blonde Adult, thank you for the 500 bits. Hello, Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. We've heard all about you, but why don't we ever hear about your evil twin, Barry Runner, the contemporary fanatic?
Well, what?
It's the exact opposite, because it took me a second when I was reading it to realize instead of Doug, they're burying. So instead of Walker, it's
Ah,
Runner. And instead of being the
Barry.
nostalgia critic, you're the contemporary fanatic. So it's your evil twin. It's
Okay,
the exact
okay.
opposite of who you are.
Boy, if I saw that spelled out, if I just looked at those words, maybe I could have put that together. Doug is especially good. I'm like Barry. I'm like, oh man, that you really got to think about. That's so funny. Like maybe I'll work that into something.
Barry Runner, the contemporary fanatic.
Because it almost sounds real.
It does. It
It
does.
almost
It sounds
sounds
like
like
someone
it's
who
real.
would be an apologist for the Disney remakes and be like, actually,
Yeah.
guys, here's why they're really good.
Oh my god. This is something. This is a bit. This is a funny bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit,
I,
Doug.
yeah, no, I like it. Teamwork. Okay, between the three of us, I think we got a bit going here. Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm probably going to use that for something.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Hook, what do you think of the scene where Tinkerbell says goodbye to Peter?
Uh, I yeah, no, at first I was like, well, I don't like them blurring the line too much, but it's like, no, that's always the idea. They're supposed to do that. I always like that one line she had. I'm sure it's from the book, just that world between awake and asleep. That's where you'll find me. I always, I don't know. It's the fact that the sun is kind of coming up too, and you're awake, but he just woke up and he's a little hazy, and there's literally a haze all around there. I just the way that whole scene played out, actually, I did like quite a bit, because I feel like it captured that mood and atmosphere of that idea of being half awake, half asleep. That's kind of hard to describe. So yeah, no, I actually enjoyed that quite a bit.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Which 2000s CG animated movie is worse, Shark Tale or Chicken Little?
Man, hmm. I guess I'll say Chicken Little because I remember hating certain characters in them, but particularly the father. I thought the father was so awful. Just everybody was so relentlessly mean. Where Shark Tale's just awkward. Um, and I guess sometimes the Will Smith fish can be pretty obnoxious and mean, but I feel like it's mainly just him. Where the other characters, I'm like, okay, they're just kind of awkward, and I know what they're trying to do. I've seen it a million times. Yeah, Chicken Little, I just remember being so unpleasant.
Merlinated, thank you for the raid over on Twitch. Welcome, Raiders.
Thank you.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. What were your handheld consoles were that of choice that you used in general back in the day?
I mean, all I had was a Game Boy. Yeah, we never got a Game Gear. Uh, and it's not even that like I was against Game Gear. I'm like, oh, wait, the graphics are better and the colors pretty cool, but it was so big and so bulky, and I'm sure that was part of how like you wanted to get the technology in there at the time. But with Game Boy, I mean, you literally could just put it in your pocket. And you were, I mean, it'd be a little bulky in your pocket, but it was easier than the Game Gear, which you couldn't put. You wear as a hat. That's about the best you could do.
Ross Diamond Thief, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you seen The Borrowers with John Goodman? And if so, thoughts and possible NC?
I haven't seen it. I might do it next January, though. I feel like I've been saying that for a lot of Januaries. Because I've had people recommend it. I hear it's good. But I've never seen it, and especially after seeing Arietti, I'm like, well, maybe I should check this out. I know, I think it's like the same author of like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, who did the two books. I like that story, so I've always been curious to check it out, and NC would be a perfect excuse to do it. For some reason, I kept putting off because I didn't know if the audience was there. So I'll probably do it for January. Hopefully this January. It'll be one of these Januaries.
Peter, thank you for that $50 super chat. Really
Thank
appreciate
you. It's
that.
so
Thank
kind.
you. Hey, Doug, loved this week's review. Loved Heather's jokes. Thank you. Also, I heard your B Day is on Monday, so I want to send you a special message. Just so you get it, would you prefer it sent as a tagged post or a DM on social media? Also, there's a special guest in it.
Um, boy, I don't know. What's the? I mean, is there a way we can do it here that like you or Waveflow or somebody could give it to me, or what's the? I guess I technically have a Facebook fan page. Like people send me stuff there. I usually see the messages, so yeah, it's probably the best I can think of right now. Yeah, so I guess do that. But yeah, thank you so much. I forgot it was this Monday actually.
Thomas, thank you for the $7 super chat. Did you see Star Wars Vision Season 3 and what do you think of it? And will you add the whole series to Disney December? I completely missed that the new season dropped and I just noticed
Me
it
too.
like, oh, 2 weeks ago. And I was like, what? What? I
Yeah, I
haven't
think
watched
I
it.
saw. Yeah, I saw the first season. I think I saw bits of the second. I'm with her. I didn't even know the third one dropped. If they're like done, if they say like they're done, maybe I'll review the whole show because I do like them. But I will admit it's not something where I've like, oh, I gotta see the next season, kind of thing. But when they get cool, especially when they do like a different style within everything, it is pretty sweet.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you picked up where you left off with Batman Beyond?
Yeah. Where am I at now? I just finished the. It's funny because the VR one, the one with Spellbinder, and boy, I guess this shows how much a lot of the villains aren't leaving the impression with me because I see this character, in the swirly suit. I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Okay, I can't wait to hear his story. And somebody says, yeah, the Spellbinder guy. And, Terry's like, Spellbinder? Him again? I'm like, oh, we already had an episode with this villain. So, I will say the ones that really stuck out to me, Ink really stood out to me, Blight really stood out to me, and then I forget his name, but the guy, the face that's in the machine, played by Stacy Keach, I like those. I thought were actually some good menacing villains. But yeah, a lot of it too. I think it's just that the episodes are so short. I'm sure they had to cut off some minutes due to advertising time, and that's always the thing. Watching it's like sometimes they do get really good, but other times I'm just like, man, I feel like the episode was just getting going and then it wraps up. So I do have some issues with it, but I'm liking it. It's still pretty good.
Juan the Dolt, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, one janitor to another. Did you ever get a sense of satisfaction when you'd fill up a big trash bag and just get it full of trash and throw it in the dumpster, or is that just me?
I guess if it's something where I could like I get a momentum like, a big bag just like haul it over into the trash. I'm like, yep, big guns, yep, but no, the best satisfaction is after just the job is done and the place looks clean. I mean, that's just a good feeling.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Stanley Kubrick's The Shining?
I like it. I don't know if I'm quite obsessed with it as much as other people are, but I guess I did watch it quite a bit uh, when I was younger. But it's not one I return to a ton now that I'm older. But the more I think about it, I did watch it quite a bit in my teen years.
James, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, if you could eliminate all sports from ever existing except two, what would you keep? For me, I would keep bowling and putt putt.
Basketball, I do like basketball, and I guess basketball and football. Those are the closest to being sports that I legit watch. Which I still don't watch them much now, but I remember growing up watching basketball because we were from Chicago and the Bulls and everything was great. And I do love Super Bowl. Anytime with either of those, when a Chicago team is doing well, I definitely tune in a lot more.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Ghost, what do you think of the friendship between Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze's characters?
Oh, it's great and very believable. And I mean, they're about as polar opposites as you can get, but that's why they work so well together. I like she never no, or does she see him at the end? I forget. I know Demi Moore does. I forget if Goldberg does, but yeah, I like at the very least the majority of it. She doesn't see him. they could have switched that up at some point. No, no, we gotta have something. Why doesn't she throw paint on him or so, or put makeup on him? I like they don't do that. That he stays invisible. He's just a voice to her.
Ice Luigi, thank you for the $7 super chat. As much as I love the casting for Rosalina, I, however, am not into Bowser Jr. as much. I think the voice I think they could have cast is Bart Simpson herself.
Sure. Again, you're talking to a guy that never got that character to begin with. So I mean, I agree with you, but the voice is almost secondary to me because I don't get into the character. But I can see Nancy Cartwright doing pretty well.
What little we saw so far of the character, I thought he did a good job of it because I genuinely thought it was just a pitched up Jack Black. And then I was like, oh no, it's a whole nother person doing the voice.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. JL, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hope you had a good Wednesday, Doug. I'm curious, what do you watch during the day to help pass the time?
Not much. I mean, I'm usually
Yeah.
working.
Right.
I wish I was one of those people where I could watch something and write at the same time, but no, I'm definitely not one of those people. I do watch stuff in the morning. I'll either watch shows for Disney December, like right now, I'm watching Batman Beyond because I want to catch up on that, and then and then watching Hazbin Hotel as well. I'm also trying to watch the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein because that's one I don't think my wife wants to watch with me, so I'm trying to watch that in small increments.
Rich, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Rich Little's Christmas Carol, where he plays every role? It's pretty good.
No, interesting. I'll try to check it out.
Too Much Media, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, have you ever accidentally done the splits before? And if so, there has to be a funny story there.
No. So there is that. I feel like if I did, I would literally rip it in half. I feel like and that would be the funny story.
The
That'd be a funny
funny
obituary.
The Catabolic T-Rex, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any movie scenes, video games, etc. still make you cry man tears?
The ending of Fearless always really, really gets me.
One
They
single
al-
man tear.
it's pretty. Oh, there was a really good movie. What's it called? Something like Paddleton Balls, something like that. Regular Media talked about it a long time ago, and no, that's definitely not it. Oh, down the ball movie. Paddleton, that's what it's called. Where I wasn't getting that into it. Wasn't bad. I wasn't getting that into it, but we stayed with it. Both my wife and I were watching it. When it gets to the last third, I'll just say that. I mean, it is like this is really emotional. This is heartbreaking to see, and it feels so real. I think there's moments that moment in between life and death, if done right, really, really gets me. If they really portray, whether visually or just with the acting, like somebody is leaving this realm, and that's done really, really well. That usually gets me.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you been able to watch the Frozen musical Pro Shot? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, I forgot that was out. It's funny, we've been using Disney Plus more because Hulu keeps kicking us out. So I'm like, all right, I'll just use that to watch Hulu. I keep forgetting to watch Disney. Actually, I take it back. We've been watching because somebody recommended to me season 33 on of Simpsons is actually pretty good. So I'm giving it a chance. It is pretty good. I was actually really shocked. There's a lot of heart to it. The writing's good. The like new adventures, the updated problems they have are good. So anyone hasn't checked it out, season 33 on, it's pretty good. At least season 33 is pretty good. But that was a very long-winded way of saying no, I have not seen that.
Loopy Shot, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm so sorry, Heather, but I had to try it. Honestly, I made that too easy for you. You also have my respect. Love and respect you, girl. Keep on trucking. But for the sake of having a good time, Heather, what's your favorite holiday? I mean, I hate to be stereotypical, but who doesn't love Christmas? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty great.
Who doesn't love Christmas? I used to be like, well, actually, I like Thanksgiving more because all you do is eat. And it's like, no, girl, not Thanksgiving. Christmas is the better holiday. Let's be real. Let's be so
Halloween's
honest.
like a close second. I do
Ooh,
really like
yeah.
Halloween quite a bit, but yeah, I do like the feels and just everything of Christmas.
The Catabolic T Rex, thank you for the $5 super chat. What movie holds the most sentimental value to you?
Boy, that I don't sentimental value.
Yeah.
Man, I'd have to really think about that. I'm not saying this is it, but for some reason, it's what's popping in my head. Fly the Navigator, we watched a lot as kids, and the brothers were very similar to us. We even kind of looked like them a little bit, and we really got into the buildup. We really got into what the kid was going through, and just the idea of flying your own spaceship was really neat. And I just remember we saw it, and we were just sort of like transfixed on it, like just what is going on, what is happening. And because you're following a kid, as a kid, you're along with it. It doesn't feel boring or anything. And then of course there's a great payoff as a kid of him flying the ship. So I just remember we watched it over and over and over. When it came on Disney Channel and everything, we copied it. We just, you know, it's one of those when I think of like sentimental moments, like just watching something repeatedly as a kid, it just kind of captured this wonder, and you kind of like you and a family member, my brother really like kind of watched it a lot. We it's like we saw the exact same thing, and we were attracted to the same thing in the movie. So I guess I'll go with that. Yeah, well, I think sentimental. I think like younger, like something that really leaves an imprint on you.
Lou, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, I know you live in Chicago and aren't native to the area necessarily, but are you aware of the Max Headroom broadcast hijacking incident? And if so, do you know anyone who witnessed it live?
I don't know anyone who witnessed it live. I know about it. I heard, obviously saw the footage too. It is kind of cool. They never figured that out. It'd be great to know. I mean, like everyone, I'm so curious, but it is kind of cool that it's something that just nobody ever quite found the person who did or the motive or anything like that. So, yeah, no, it's fascinating to say the least, and kind of hilarious.
Sapphire, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever consider reviewing Supersize Me?
Probably not, especially now that the guy's pass.
Yeah.
That feels a little scuzzy. But even when it came out, I wasn't that big a fan of it. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't that big a fan of it. So to see it get some pushback over the years was kind of nice. But at the same time, I guess I can't really be against a movie that's trying to say, "Hey, eat that, treat your body better." I can't be really that mad at that. But the way he went about it, and some of the information stuff, I think like a lot of people, I kind of questioned a little bit.
Epic Kevster, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the new season of Gumball? And if so, thoughts?
No, that's another one I forgot they were doing. I remember seeing the trailers for it. It looked kind of cool. But yeah, I totally missed that, so I should probably get on that too.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Django Unchained, I like, despite how horrible and evil Leonardo DiCaprio and Samuel L. Jackson's characters are, the friendship between them is surprisingly genuine. What are your thoughts?
Genuine's a weird word. I guess I guess you could use that word. Useful, I would say, is what they see in each other. Genuine, I feel like you get an idea of like there's maybe a hint of res- I was gonna say maybe a hint of respect. I don't even know about that because they both kind of look at each other like, well, yeah, you're in your place. Okay, yeah, we're helping each other out, but you stay in your place, kind of thing. And I don't get respect out of that. But they do definitely see the usefulness of it, so they will both be incredibly hypocritical and go against their own BS. To serve the other, pretty much.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Gangs of New York and Mystic River?
I never did see Mystic River. I should probably check that out. Uh, Gangs in New York, I did not dislike as much as everyone else did when it came out. And to be fair, going off the trailers, I did think it'd be worse. I thought it'd be more over the top. But it's surprisingly kind of boring. That's what really surprised me. For all the people that were saying it wasn't that great. So yeah, for me, I just find it kind of forgettable.
A pagan priest, thank you for the 500 bits. So, if you had to make a choice, which professional wrestler turned actor do you prefer? Hulk Hogan, John Cena, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Probably Cena. I think he has the most range out of all of them, which is not to say he has like an amazing range, but I mean, it's not surprising when actors, when wrestlers go into acting because that's already kind of what they're doing. They know how to play to a crowd. They know how to have a good sense of humor. Obviously, they know about timing. So, yeah, whenever somebody's like, "Can you believe that wrestler is like really good acting and gets an audience?" Yeah, that's kind of what they're already doing.
Alex, thank you for the £10 super chat. Hi, Doug. I've recently graduated from a media course in Scotland and wanted to credit you for getting me into film analysis. What do you do if you get anxious before getting on camera?
I'll let you know when it happens. I shouldn't say that. When I do something live, uh, not just something live, it has to be. I can still remember the point where my heart was pounding like a million beats per second. And it was when we did in front of the crowd at the video game store where I call out James Rolfe. I go, nerd! And we have a little fight in the back there. I was so nervous going into there, just like, oh my God, here we go, here we go, here we go. Because I mean, like, that was in front of a crowd. It's being recorded. We only have one go at it. And so those moments do happen, and there is just some sort of emergency backup in my head that says, just do it, just go, just go. It's like the Nike thing. Um, so those moments do happen, but it's usually like right before. I think it's the same thing like before you go on stage and do a performance too. I'll sort of get that rush, like, okay, here we go, but like it only happens like just before I do it.
Samuel, thank you for the $10 super chat. Happy birthday to Sam I Am. Yes, me at 27. My wish to hang out with Doug Walker at Six Flags Great America. It would be awesome if we scream our butts off like Tuffy the Mouse when we drop.
I haven't been to Great America in a while. I might go back a little bit more. We'll have to see. Because we went to Cedar Point a couple weeks back. I could be crazy, but I think it really helped my fatigue quite a bit. I really been a lot better since then. Like it has slowly been working its way in. It did knock me out today for about an hour. It might slowly be working its way in, but at the same time, I'm like, boy, that's odd that it would help me. I don't know. Maybe it knocked little crystals in my head around or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, I might be going there more often.
And happy birthday, Sam.
Yes.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you guys seen the anime movie called Ninja Scroll? I have not seen Ninja Scroll. I know of it, but I haven't seen
Really?
it. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's like a
I know.
pretty man. When I was those are like the two biggies when I was growing up, like Akira and Ninja Scroll
Oh,
were the ones that
really?
like everybody saw. Yeah, that was the ones that was always passed around school. Have you seen this? Have you seen it? Blah blah blah. It's good. It's a cool movie. It's definitely very 80s. And I mean that in a complimentary way. Like it's very, gritty and harsh and a little perverted too. But I remember being a really, really cool movie. Even just man, I haven't thought about it. Wow. And now that I'm even thinking of the story of it and what the premise is, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of an out there movie.
Bob, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Would you ever want to see a documentary made about your life and career?
Um, I don't think it'd be that interesting. I don't think I'm that interesting a guy. I guess any story, if you tell it in an interesting enough way, it can be, something. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like sitting down having a conversation is more interesting than like a documentary about my life or a film about my life or anything like that. I like talking more about not what happened to me, but what the impact of it was. That's the interesting stuff. What's actually happening in my life, I don't think is very interesting, but the impact of them, I think that's the more interesting stuff, which I think you get more out of a conversation.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. A recent behind the scenes look at Zootopia 2's voice cast showed Patrick Warburton literally neighing in the recording booth as the horse mayor. Honestly, it needs to be seen to be believed. I love that. That's so
Nay,
funny.
I'm the mayor. Nay, nay. Yeah, actually, I got it. Yeah, that's what's so great. It'll be great to see, but it'll be even better to hear.
Carter, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the trailer for the new season of Primal? What do you think? I'm cautiously optimistic.
That's right. I forgot about that. For some reason, I thought they were done. I'm glad it's still going though. Because I always heard like yeah, it's not getting enough views, it's not getting enough people. So the fact that it's still yeah, that they're doing their season, that's really that's pretty awesome. No, with that said, I haven't seen it. I probably should.
Josh Gordon, thank you for the $5 super chat. Could you review the live action Dennis the Menace movie? It's lame, but it does have a memorable villain performance by a guy who was frozen today.
That'll probably be another January review because that's another one that I don't know if people if there's a following for it or not. But I actually didn't dislike that movie. I liked it fine when it came out. For what it is, it's Dennis the Menace. I'm never gonna have the bar that high for Dennis the Menace, but I remember being all right.
Derolo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the Disney movie First Kid, 1996, with Sinbad? It's the most 90s movie possible and is only rated PG-13 because of the bad guy's death.
Oh, interesting. That's right. I do remember that when that. Oh man, that just opened up a memory when it was being
Unlocked.
advertised. Like, yeah, no, we were just like, it's just some other Disney tripe, whatever. They weren't putting out much. It's like First Kid, rated PG-13, and Rob and I just shook our heads. And it's like, what, did they get that? Did they say PG-13? What the? And we started making up, saying, "Oh, it's the intense sex scene." That's and then we just started going back. Oh, it's like when he chooses the wrong grail and the face melts off. Like we just kept going back and forth with PG-13 scenes. So I totally forgot about that. With that said, no, I have not seen it. I guess I still don't want to see it, but I do want to see the bad guy's death.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which lesser bad Jurassic film would you rather watch? Jurassic Park 3 or Jurassic World Rebirth?
I'll probably watch three, because at the very least, it's a goofy B movie. And it's short, and it's not trying to say anything. It just goes in. You have some goofy fun with dinosaurs, and then you leave. There's still a lot of stupid stuff it does, and a lot of it's not done great in terms of like killing off the T Rex and stuff. But there's fun stuff. I remember like the pterodactyl scenes being kind of fun.
Mustard Man, thank you for the 500 bits. Regarding Toy Story 5, there certainly is something to be said about how toddlers are given tablets the minute they learn to sit upright. I'm just not sure we needed another Toy Story film to make that message, though.
Well, and how cool would it be if you did that with new characters? You didn't do it with Toy Story. I think you could get the point across even better if you just create a whole new idea. Well, because I made a joke making a post about the poster because it looks like the trio of them are looking at the trio of them like inside the tablet. I'm like, oh, do they make like digital versions of them? And it's like, oh, in fact, do digital versions have a soul in this too? Like toys have a soul? Do digital characters? Is it like Wreck It Ralph? If there, oh my God, there's possible. And it's like, no, it's just a reflection. That's it. None of that's being done. But I'm like, these were more interesting. These were more interesting ideas. So I'm sure they're gonna do something about like obviously the toys saying, hey, tablet shouldn't be given to toddlers so young and everything, and we're just letting them watch TV and everything. But too many screens. But I feel like you could do that better with a news story than with Toy Story 5.
Brett, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the trailer for the Downton Abbey parody film, Hall? Thoughts and happy early Thanksgiving to Chester and Doe.
Oh, thank
Why,
you. God bless you
thank
so much.
you.
We're gonna have a very lovely turkey box. It's gonna be really, really nice. The picture in the box is very, very nice. But yeah, I thought it looked really funny. It's not even a series I think necessarily needs satire, but if they're gonna do it, that is the funny way to do it. So yeah, everything I saw in the trailer was funny. I hope that's like not it, like all the funny scenes were just in the trailer, you know what I mean? But yeah, it made me laugh quite a bit.
Get That Griff, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you cover any Aardman movies aside from Flushed Away? Some of their movies are about 20 years old now, so they kind of count for nostalgia.
At some point, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but at some point I'll do Arthur Christmas because I love that movie. I could talk to death about it, but it is one of those where I'm like, man, I really could just talk forever about. So I'm gonna do my favorite film for Christmas. I'm gonna do Brazil, which is technically a Christmas movie, and I think that'll be kind of the training wheels for how am I gonna do Arthur Christmas because even that one I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Because there's just so much to talk about. So yeah, I'll see how I'm gonna do it.
Ryan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Automaton Creature, thank you for the 20-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Remember when Denzel said King Kong ain't got nothing on him? Wouldn't it be funny if they cast him in a King Kong movie?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen or heard of the John Wayne Western Red River?
Yeah, I remember liking it. I remember the ending being the part that I liked the most. Everything else was, good but standard fare. I thought that ending, I was kind of like, oh, that's a very unique way of wrapping that up. Okay, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I could see somebody else watching that and be like, boo, but I actually thought it was really effective.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. One aspect of Fred Claus that I've grown to hate more and more is Kathy Bates as the mom. She's so thoughtless and disparaging towards Fred and doesn't even try to hide her favoritism for Nick. She reminds me a lot of the dad from Chicken Little.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. I don't remember it being good. I kind of remember. I just remember the Paul Giamatti performance being very unique. So yeah, I remember that. I don't remember too much else about it. So and maybe I should see it again, but I still remember it being not a very good movie.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Jurassic character do you think is worse? Taya Leone from 3 or the hipster boy from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
Probably the hipster boy. I just remember him being more annoying. Not that Taya Leone was that great in that movie, but just at least she wasn't attached to a message. You know what I mean? Just a painfully hammered in your face message.
Daniel, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the 500 bits. And Terminator 2, what do you think of the line between John and the Terminator?
Uh, the line between John and the Terminator. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Like just the connection they have, maybe.
I
I
think
mean,
they
it's
were trying to refer to a specific line of dialogue, but there's no specification.
yeah. I mean, they have great chemistry. Obviously, I mean that's the heart of the movie, and they're both very believable, surprisingly. So yeah, no, I mean they make it work. They're one of the most important elements in it that really make the film come together.
Brady, thank you for the $5 super chat. You will hit the like button. You will subscribe.
I will hit the like button. I will subscribe. I'm subscribed to whatever I'm subscribed to.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Ghost, the producers didn't want to cast Whoopi Goldberg. Patrick Swayze thought the role was tailor-made for her and threatened to walk if they didn't give her a screen test. After this, they became good friends and remained so until Swayze passed away.
I think I remember hearing that. I remember something about them saying they were hesitant about casting her, but I didn't know that Swayze did that. That's really really cool.
Talons of Water, thank you for the $10 super chat. On the off chance there's a third Fantasia, what pieces of music would you like to see put to animation? I myself would like Dvorak's New World, Holst's The Planet Suite, or anything by Scott Joplin.
Oh, the planets. Yeah. Oh, you could do a lot with that.
You really could.
Yeah, definitely. Boy, yeah. I don't know. That's yeah, like Mars and everything. Man, you could definitely do a lot with that. I mean, that's what's coming in my head now. That's like the main thing. And maybe some Mozart. But Mozart already. I was gonna say a lot of them already have stories, but I guess Fantasia, a lot of them already had stories too. So do something crazy. Do like Mozart's Requiem or something like that. Like the
Ooh.
I don't know what you would do, but just with Disney animation, it'd be cool.
Charlie, thank you for the $10 super chat. Field of Dreams has to get you emotional, right? The end of it?
I like that movie. It's a good movie. I get why people say there's like a magical feel to it and everything. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who watches it and his heart melts when he sees it. Even though I know it's very well done, it's very good. It is emotion. Everything works the way it's supposed to work. I think everyone's just gonna have a different something that connects to, or is gonna be that's gonna connect to them. And for me, I definitely for a film that could so easily go too corny. It really doesn't, and that's very impressive because there's so many things that should be too corny in that movie, and they work. So just on that level, I'm blown away by it. But yeah, it's not one that just gets me to like, when I watch it.
Methuselah, thank you for the $10 super chat. Santa Quits arrived in the mail today, and I've read it to my kids several times, and they selfishly
Oh,
are fighting over it now, which may defeat the moral, but come on. I loved it. I hope you write more.
oh my god, so kind of to say thank you. Somebody was just asking me, like, did you write more kids books and stuff? And I wrote quite a bit, but there's only like two others that are about on that level. Where I look at them like, no, like this is good. Where the others are like, they're fine. They're decent, imaginative little kids, and they're all in rhyme and everything. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. And again, just the time, amount of time that I have.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits in Home Alone. What do you think about Buzz and Kevin relationship?
Oh, like it's very believable. Yeah, definitely. Having an older brother. I don't know if Rob was ever that mean, but I definitely known kids that were older. Maybe not Rob, but friends of Rob sometimes could be that mean. And but at the same time, you have good moments as well, and you can sense, especially at the end, just that little thing where he's like, hey, it's pretty cool he didn't burn the house down. Like, you can tell that was like a big deal. Like, that's his way of saying, I was concerned, even though the whole time he's putting up a facade that he's not. I always thought that's what that moment was.
David, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, just saw your review for On Deadly Ground. Steven Seagal doesn't catch fire. Fire catches Steven Seagal.
Oh my god, I love that. But that's one of those. Sometimes people say, "Hey, what's a review that didn't get that many views or whatever, but you really like?" And that's one where I was just like, "Oh my god, that was just the comedy of that movie was so amazing."
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Gravity, the space movie with Sandra Bullock, and All the Money in the World with Mark Wahlberg and Christopher Plummer.
I never saw All the Money in the World. I did see Gravity. I liked it. I agree with the criticism that if you don't see it on the big screen, you see the faults of it, more flaws, I should say. And Louis C.K. had the best thing about it, where he's talking about like, yeah, it's a good movie and everything, but the way they talk as astronauts and everything, like she's maybe I'll be an astronaut. She did it for like because her life wasn't going the right direction. And it's like this is space. This is here. Like let's say where you're coming to me to like be an astronaut and you're saying like yeah, like you're unsure about it. So all right, why do you want to be an astronaut? Well, I thought maybe it'd be a good idea, possibly. Get out of the office right now, right now. Like you only want people who are absolute 100% gotta want to go to space because this is the job, the amazing thing. And it's like that is a really really good point. So it's very easy to nitpick, but at the same time, I don't think it's there while it's supposed to look and feel very realistic. I think the idea of the movie is certainly this idea of like, certainly rebirth. There's a lot of rebirth imagery in it. As opposed to, do something else. And if you go in with that flexibility, I like it fine.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Home Alone: the day John Candy was on set, Culkin had the day off, but he went to the set to see him again.
That's cool. Yeah, I can say we finally finished that John Candy documentary, which is kind of like the Mister Rogers documentary. If you know everything about this guy, there's nothing new in it, but it's still great to see. It's great to see so many people, um, you know, it'd be interested in him again and just talk constantly about what a kind, not just how kind he was, but just how talented he was. So yeah, they did talk to Culkin a little bit about that. That sounds right. That definitely sounds right.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. I really do want to see an actual NC for Fantastic Four First Steps because despite you not being impressed, it's a Fantastic Four movie that's actually very competent.
I, Boy, isn't that the high praise? A fantastic for you. That's competent. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll give you that. It is competent. I was close to like it. It still didn't quite work for me. I'm doing a Disney December on it where I go into spoilers. So I will talk about it there. So you'll definitely get more from me with that.
Matthew, thank you for the $2.80 super chat. Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of AM from the book titled I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
I I know what that is. I thought it was a game. Oh no, it's both. That's right. Uh I think I saw a playthrough of it. I remember it being good. I remember it being disturbing, but I don't remember all the details of it. Like I'd have to watch it again. I never read the book, so
Neither did I.
yeah. So I'm sorry I'm not able to give you a more detailed answer.
Epic Kevster, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you consider playing any more Sonic games live in the future? I think you'd like Adventure too.
Sure. We always do a vote with these, and maybe we'll put that on the voting for the next one.
Sword Boy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, this is Sword Boy. Have you ever regret doing Batman and Robin and the Neverending Story 3, or you really hate the movies?
Oh, Batman Robin is one of those where it's a fascinating kind of band. There are moments that I always say any 3 to 4 minutes of the movie you can watch and you can legit laugh just at the insanity of it and what an amazing production it is, just the sets and colors and everything. But past that, it's bad. But yeah, Neverending Story 3, I remember really liking Jack Black. Like he was pretty fun for how over the top he was, but I don't remember getting into anything else. Really, at least with Batman Robin, you can say, "Oh, it's the camp, it's the Adam West thing." With Neverending Story 3, there's really no excuse for it to be like that. So neither of them are good. I guess I don't hate either of them. If I did hate one more than the other, it probably would be Neverending Story 3.
Matthew, thank you for the $7 super chat. Doug, do you have any interest in true crime?
No, and I shouldn't say that. Whenever we would vacation or go to a hotel or something, we'd always go to the Forensic Files channel, A&E, because that's always what they would play all the time. And we did find it interesting, but something happened. It may have the past 3 years or so, I just got too sensitive and I kept thinking about the people that actually died. And I'm like, I'm really bummed that these people not only are dead, but they went out these terrible ways. So I just got way too depressed about it. But I don't think people that watch it, oh, you're sick, you're demented. No, I get it. You want to know not only how they find these people and how you can be aware that people like this, but also just the human mind. How can the human mind do that? I mean, there's many reasons to watch this stuff. But yeah, at some point I just got way too sensitive, and they're hard for me to watch now. I'm put in a sad, bad mood when I watch them.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. This is part one of two. I hated the Lilo and Stitch remake more than the live action Beauty and the Beast. They messed up Lilo and Nani's dynamic. If they wanted to give Nani something else to do, why not be a surfing instructor or continue that career? To be continued.
Agree.
Alex O's Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits, and this is part two of two. Nani leaving didn't make sense. I didn't like that Jumbo was a bad guy because he's supposed to become Uncle Jumbo later. Even though he was called an evil genius in the animated movie, he was never a straight up villain. They ruined the entire message of the movie.
I wouldn't say the entire. If they didn't have the portal gun, then I would totally agree. That goes against the method. But they do. They find a workaround, and I get the idea of it. So I'm like, okay, like it's a little flexible, but I still don't think it works very well. And yeah, I wasn't a fan of the film.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite scene from 16 Candles?
Uh, it's funny. I like when the father just says, "We forgot your birthday," and he just says it in a way. where he knows he screwed up, but he's not like heartbroken here. He's like, wow, like we did this, didn't we? Man, he almost has like a little smile, like, man, like it's almost like such a bad thing that he almost has to laugh at it a little bit. And he says it, but he also says in a way that like I'm gonna say the thing that's gonna make you feel better too. There's a knowingness about him. So there's admitting that he messed up, but then there's a knowingness that I know how to fix this, or at least start to fix this. And I really like that scene. I like Amir the heart to heart they have is really good, but just that beginning, just when he says, "We forgot your birthday," I really like that moment.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, is there a movie that your wife loves and you hate, or vice versa?
There's lots of movies that I like and she can't stand. um, you know, but a lot of like sci-fi stuff. She likes gothic stuff, but she doesn't really get into like sci-fi. Um, let me see one that something that she loves and I hate. Man, I don't know. There's one I'll say she likes, and she acknowledges they're bad, but she will watch garbage like some of these reality shows, like The Golden Bachelor or something like that. And now she's like, but I like making fun of it. It's kind of fun to see, just bad TV and everything. And there's a part of me that gets it. I used to watch like Hell's Gate, not Hell's Gate, Hell's Kitchen all the time. Hell's Gate is a wonderful haunted house, by the way. But yeah, I used to watch that all the time and be like, I know this is awful, but it is really entertaining. So I guess everybody has, those select shows or movies.
Methuselah, thank you for the $5 super chat. I love your Toy Story idea. The toys would have to compete with versions of themselves that can be alive in front of people, while the toys can't be.
Yeah, well, and I feel like they kind of did that. They've done a few sci-fi um, outings, but Black Mirror is probably the most famous one with the Star Trek episode parody they did. I don't know. I feel like there's something to that. And again, I feel bad because there's a part of me that just goes, oh, like I just stumbled onto this idea through this accident. And it is a shame because sometimes, like, I've had this happen before where I'll write something, I'll put it out there, and then somebody will say, oh, I'm surprised he didn't XYZ. And I'm just like, like I can't believe I missed that. That's so much better. So there's a part of me that kind of feels bad. And honestly, I don't envy these people making this movie because I'm sure they know too. 3 was a perfect point to stop, but we gotta get a paycheck. Maybe we can turn this into something. So we'll see. But yeah, honestly, as much as I say, oh, this is stupid, they shouldn't be doing it. I don't envy the people who have to do it.
Matthew, thank you for the $7 super chat. Doug, should Andy die and be buried with his toys in their last Toy Story?
No, I think he should be holding hands with them going into the furnace. I think that's the only way it can end.
Nate, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, if you want to really rip into a god awful book movie, you've got to check out I Am Number 4. The book is really good, but the movie completely tells the story out of order and ruins the characters.
Boy, that sounds familiar. Let me see. Okay. I do remember hearing this was really bad. I haven't seen either, but maybe I'll check it out someday.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm optimistic about Toy Story 5 as much as Toy Story 4. I love it. It's great. Is not loved by others. It was a big hit, both critically and financially.
A 4? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people liked it. I feel like they're kind of coming around to the unnecessary side of it, though. It didn't do anything for me. I hold a bit. Pixar in general, but definitely Toy Story. I really hold the bar pretty high for them. And 4 didn't seem necessary. It's not awful by any means, but I think again, it's kind of like the Lilo and Stitch remake. People are like, it's good enough. I'll give it a pass. And I'm just like, good enough isn't good enough. You know what I mean? I'm very, very stingy about that because I was so impressed with the direction they went with in Toy Story, and that was the first CG movie. And now that's how like all animated films are done, and in one way or another, they are trying to replicate that. So I do really hold them to a high standard with that. So yeah, no, maybe with Disney, they're like, yeah, we for them, maybe they're like, we have to do this because they all made money, but at what cost?
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, what do you think of the relationship between Geppetto and Pinocchio?
Oh, I love it, especially early on, where he kind of sees him as a little pain in the ass. I think that's pretty well done. Um, and I like the idea. They kind of stick with the idea of like is kind of the soul of his son going in there, but it's not his son. It is something different, and he has to learn different things. He's going to learn them in different ways. He might even get a different personality trait out of it because of that, because he is so different. But I like the way they grow too. I like the fact he does have to form this different relationship with him, and yeah, no, I thought it definitely worked.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, I think. What do you think of Christoph Waltz? Do you think he's a good villain?
Yeah, I remember him being done well. He's not, how to put it wasn't the angle I thought that the story was going to take. So when I figured that out, I'm like, oh, okay, well, see where this goes. And it worked well. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that was saying, well, I kind of like just to hear the original story. You know what I mean? Because the original story is fascinating. And in some respects, it does hit some of the same beats just in a different way. But yes, it's done well. It's effective. It's creative and emotional and all that. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't watching all this. Saying, man, I'd love to see, like the fox and the cat and Bully and Pleasure Island. All that would be pretty cool.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you prefer Terminator Genesis or Terminator 3 as a better film?
Three is better. Genesis was so awful. That's probably the worst out of all of them.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the 2019 Tom Hanks movie Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood? Is my favorite Tom Hanks role since he is actually related to Mr. Rogers.
Is he? I didn't know that. Uh, that's news to me. Probably unpopular opinion. I don't like that movie. I don't like it because they go on and on about how they're trying to make it so that he doesn't seem above other people. Anyone can be this way. He's not a saint. Anyone can become that. But they never show that. They never show him as a human. They show him not only as like this perfect human being, but someone that is so good he literally breaks the fourth wall and looks at you like in the audience, which I like what they're dealing with. I like tapping into certain elements there, but I think they really should. This is why I think like a documentary is better. They do show where this came from and how he got to this point. It did show some of his shortcomings, and they tap on that a little bit, but not nearly enough. So that was my issue with the movie. Even though I adore Fred Rogers, I mean, I do think he's like one of the great people that walk the earth. But at the same time, he has failings too, and I think they should have focused more on that. Not to make that the focus, but there should have been a little bit more of that in there. He did kind of come across as supernatural.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. What should we expect for NC Christmas reviews this year? Also, happy birthday on Monday.
Thank you. And what do I have coming out? Definitely a lot of them because I think there's like 5 Wednesdays in December. I think I already pointed out. I am going to do my favorite movie of all time, Brazil. That's going to
Mhm.
be one of the reviews, and I still don't know entirely how I'm going to do it because it's going to be a lot. But yeah, that's. I guess I'll say that one. That's definitely is. And I did a sequel to one of the other films I'm reviewing as well. We're going to do the first one this time, but I won't say what it is.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you rank these actors for the most hilarious fake Southern accent? Daniel Craig in Knives Out, Nicolas Cage in Con Air, or Michael Caine for On Deadly Ground?
Kane takes it. He wins absolutely. After that, probably Nicolas Cage and then Daniel Craig. Because again, I think Craig he knows what he's doing. He knows he's having fun with it, and he's supposed to be kind of a cartoon. So yeah, definitely that.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Fantastic Mr. Fox, what do you think of the main farmer? Do you think he's a good villain? I like how obsessed he is about getting this fox.
Me too, and I like that even though he is the villain, you can kind of relate with him a little bit. Like, well, he is just trying to make a living. And when you see him get frustrated, you do say, "Yeah, I'd probably be really frustrated too." So, but they do it enough without him being too sympathetic as well. You don't want to look at Mr. Fox as like a complete a hole. So, yeah, I think they balance it out pretty well.
Matthew, thank you for the $7 super chat. Doug, would you ever review Mommy Dearest 1981?
Um, Probably not. If you want a good review, Brad Jones, the Cinema Snob, did a review of it, and I like it because he does acknowledge, yes, it's not good, but the bad press it gets is one of the worst movies. It's what the Razzies and stuff. He's like, that's not warranted. They're doing that because it became popular to hate, and there actually are moments in that film that are effective, certainly. But yes, it is one of those things where I feel like he's more qualified to talk about it because even though I've seen it, I don't think it's good. I kind of agree with him that I don't think it's quite the amazing train wreck that everybody says it is, but yeah, that's probably the better review to watch for. I think he does it better than I could.
Derolo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever consider doing a Hot Shots Part 2 review? I think it's one of the funniest underrated comedies. Love the small helicopter joke.
I love that movie. That's and now I gotta think about it. Growing up. That was like my favorite of those like parody movies. I don't know if it's my favorite anymore. That might be something like Young Frankenstein or something, but it would be still pretty high up there. It's the most fun. It just has the most like visual jokes and the most visual jokes that work. So yeah, it'll definitely be up there. I don't know if there's too much I can say about it outside of that though. Just say, oh, I think that's funny. That works. That way, I like that. I don't think there's a ton I can. Definitely not for an NC review.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't just think First Steps is competent for the record. I think it's great. I want to make that very clear that it's more than clearing a very low bar.
No, and there's a lot of people that agree with you. I mean, I'm kind of the outsider on this, and again, I don't hate it. I just didn't think it quite worked. But no, there's a lot of people that really, really get into it, enjoy it quite a bit. With that said, I feel like when it came out that nobody went back to see it the second weekend. I'm like, you all know why. You can say it's great, but I'm like, you know why.
Blade Blur, thank you for the $5 super chat. I really enjoy your Doug reviews when you critique new movies. Have you ever thought of doing a yearly top 10 of the movies that you see each year?
I can't remember if I ever did that or not. Sometimes Brad will call me over to do like a worst of list. I don't even know if he's doing those anymore. And part of it is like it's hard to get out to see as many movies as we used to. I mean, definitely with the chronic fatigue, it gets trickier. But and there's something too about the fact that there are still some movies that get creatively really good and creatively really bad, but they are kind of fewer and farther in between. So that passion isn't quite as strong as it was before. Or maybe you could just argue we're not as young as we used to be either. So probably not. I just don't know where I would find the time. And again, I don't know if I've seen enough.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. In Ghost, what do you think of Molly?
Uh, she's good. She's played well. She's interesting enough. I mean, about as much as you know the main character Patrick Swayze plays. They're just the good-looking, likable enough characters. You feel for them when all this stuff happens, but I'm not gonna pretend they're like fascinating characters either.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, would you ever do an NC on Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo? It's way better than the Teen Titans Go movie despite only being a TV movie unlike Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, but that really is apples and oranges. Those are trying to do two entirely separate things. You could even argue, in many respects, are two almost entirely different shows. I don't know if I could do an NC on. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know. I remember liking it. I remember it being really effective. But I don't know if there's too much else I can bring to it as the NC. So probably not. Again, I'm sure there's no shortage of reviews for it out there because I know a lot of people really, rightfully so, really like it.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. In Jobs, what do you think of Ashton Kutcher in the role of Steve Jobs?
I never saw the movie. I just saw bits and pieces. It didn't look that great, and everybody told me it wasn't that great, so I just didn't check it out.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. You gonna do an NC or Disney December for 2000's Geppetto? I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. Way better than the 2022 Disney remake.
Uh, I somebody gave it to me at the last convention we went to, and I forgot it even existed. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, I don't care what I had in the slot. I am doing this for Disney December. I just put it on right away, and I loved it. It is so terrible. It is so hilariously bad. Um, but there are things in it where I feel like it is kind of trying, and I can't say it succeeds, but you can see the effort sometimes from either the actors or even the songwriting. But then there's actors. Julia Louis Dreyfus is just trolling the whole entire performance. I mean, I'm really not kidding. She and all not in a comedian. She talks like this the whole time. Yes, the whole entire time she talks like this. And I'm waiting for her to break character because I'm like, no, they have to show like, all right, she's got to break character and start talking like that. And she never does it. It's supposed to be heartfelt. And you saw it, Heather.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
Doug was
It's
so
so
obsessed.
basic.
He showed us all during a Nostalgia Critic filming. He was like, wait, y'all, have you seen this? You have to see this. Here, wait. Everyone stop what you're doing. Watch this.
But then, like, the one thing that blew everybody away, though, is that she can sing. Like, she's phenomenal. And they were
Yeah.
listening to her, like, Walter was like, no, that's not her. That's not really her. It's like, no, that really is her. She can really sing. So that was neat to see.
Pixelator the guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hiya, Doug. This is like the third year I've requested it, but I gotta see you cover the Jamster ringtone commercials. Gummy Bear, Anna Blue, etc.
I don't know what to say about them. Yeah, I just don't have much material for it. So maybe one of these days I will. I'll be like, aha, I got something to say, but just down my head, even while I watch them, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really thinking of much.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since Disney owns Fox, does that mean we'll get Power Rangers at some point for Disney December?
Oh. I hope not. I'm just not a Power Rangers guy. I didn't even like them when I was a kid. So probably not.
Future movie actor, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'll Be Home for Christmas is admittedly a guilty pleasure to me almost every year. Saw it young and can look past the many flaws despite that too. Haha.
Fair. There's lots of stuff I know isn't good, but I'll still watch it, especially holiday related stuff. So no,
Oh
that's
yeah.
totally fair.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits and Has Been Hotel. What do you think of Sarah the Angel?
Because there's a lot of angels. Is that like the little assistant one?
No, it's like the lead one.
Or is that the
Sarah
main one?
Seraphim.
Uh, there's apparently a musical artist called Sarah the Angel as well. Has been. That's the one that has like all the. Well, okay, I can't give it away. Yeah, the main one, like you
Yeah,
said.
the main one.
I like her. I like. I really like the direction it's going right now, and I don't want to give it away, but right now I feel like so many people, and you can see why, but they're diving into the divide of everybody right now. And usually when they do that, they do it in a way that's like, we're all really divided. I'm on this side. We need to stop being divided. And I like this one is saying we're divided and we're going to mix it together to a point where you can't really tell. They're using terminology kind of from both sides. But you wouldn't necessarily look at it and say, oh, that's whatever, this side, that's this side either. It's all kind of mixed together. And it's just showing how both are, it's showing the people who exploit that. Like that's the focus. And I think that's very, very smart. And seeing some of the choices that like the angel characters make and how they come to that, and then the reaction to it in these later episodes, I thought was very, very clever. And I think everybody, when they're talking about the divide, they'll say it's bad, but then they'll usually pick a side and get really, and it's their side, their fault. It's like, but that's part of what's causing the divide. I really like this one. Is sort of showing how it's mixing it together and it's focusing more on the people who exploit it and how that really we need to step back from that, and maybe we should change our strategy a little bit. And I feel like the Angels play a big part in that in this last episode I saw. So yeah, no, and that character certainly is at the center of that too. So yeah, no, I like the way they've been utilizing that.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. For someone who wouldn't touch certain nostalgic movies because they won't get clicks, you sure love to reference them in your videos, like the dudes dressed as nuns movie and the monkey.
Uh, yes, because I got to get them out somehow. No, because I do. Well, and sometimes I'm just like, well, this is coming to my mind. Do I put this in? I'm like, yeah. Sometimes just the obscure stuff I like because I know I'll get it, and maybe like five other people will get it. Sometimes there's something fun about that, and just going to the comments. Oh my god, he made a Nuns on the Run joke. I thought I was the only one that remember that. So now if I was to do a whole review on it, yeah, I don't know how that would do, but a little throwaway joke. I mean, that's for me.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Anything new on the list to watch for 2025 that you're excited to review?
Uh, well, some of the ones I was talking about for January, maybe something like the Bowers or Dance the Mess. Again, something that probably wouldn't, as we were just talking, get that made clear. I'll probably do another arc adaptations as well. I'll probably do the Turtles game because I did like doing it. It was just a little. It didn't take. I can't explain it. It didn't take more time, but something about it took a little bit more energy. So I was like, okay, I'll do this again, but I'll probably do it around like the earlier part of the year, so either January, February, something like that.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, I'll make this offer in good faith. If you review Where the Dead Go to Die and absolutely despise it, I'll let you roast me as payback.
Oh well, a person I know nothing about or how to roast, that is quite an offer. What have you ever thought about the fact that I could just roast you right now for free? No. I will try my best to check it
Ryan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Can you do the Hulu originals this year for DSC?
out. I'll look into it. I'm not even. You mean like Hulu original like shows and
I
movies?
think that's
I
what
guess
they
I'm looking
mean.
into
Yeah.
it. Probably not. Definitely not this year. I'm not gonna have time, but we'll see. Maybe down the line. Oh, I take it back. I think wasn't King of the Hill? Wasn't that Hulu the
I
redone
think
one?
so.
So that's one.
Daniel, thank you for the $2 super chat. The cameos were back to back. Doug, Daniel M.
Again, it's not like I get a ton of cameos right now, especially this time of the year. They trust me, I get a lot. They're gonna blend together. I'm sorry.
Matthew, thank you for the $2.80 super chat. Did your mom know their two sister Lucia conspiracy?
Say it again.
The two sister Lucia or Lucia conspiracy?
Uh,
They specifically
no, I'm a
asked
little
if your
curious.
mom knew about it.
I mean, with her, she was pretty devout. She was pretty, yeah, I mean, she believed that 100%. So even it was brought up and it was credible. I don't know much about this, about the conspiracy anyway, but if there was even proof or whatever, I don't know if she would still buy it necessarily. So, no, but I'll probably look that up because I'm a little curious.
The Wizard of What? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Chart guys, all aboard the money train. Me. Don't you mean the Pander Express?
Ah.
Adam.
That's another one I might use. It sounds like a joke they would use.
JL, thank you for the 500 bits. Ever notice there's not much content on cable TV anymore? Everything has transitioned to streaming.
Well, here's the one thing I like about that is that the only time I watch cable TV because I don't have it here is when I'm staying at a hotel or on the road or something like that, a convention, and they'll just marathon stuff. And it's usually stuff I want to watch.
Right.
Like I said, there's Forensic Files is one, or I don't know, Storage Wars or something like that. It's usually stuff that I'm kind of like, actually, I'm kind of down just seeing a bunch of these back to back. It's kind of perfect. So I actually don't mind.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. No message, just the bits.
Thank
And
you.
that does catch us up. So we have just a couple minutes
Alrighty.
here for some regular chat questions.
Cool, cool.
Gabriel Kane, the creative kid over on Twitch says, for an NC review, you should do Jumper with Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson. It's underrated. It's so bad, it's good. Sucks we didn't get a sequel, but maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, that's one I never saw. I remember hearing things about it. So I should probably check it out.
The Zenitsu fan over on YouTube asks, are there any past episodes of NC that you feel were not as bad or not as good as you remember?
Oh yeah, no. So I don't get a chance to revisit many of them, but when I do, that's a very common thing. There's lots of times where I'll be like, "Boy, I remember that being really funny. It's not that funny. That didn't age very well." And then there's other times where I'm like, "Boy, I remember that just being I don't know a throwaway joke. I wasn't even thinking that hard about this review, but like it'll age really, really well. Like the timing will be really good. The jokes will be really good. So yeah, no, it happens all the time."
July Media over on YouTube asks, NC review on Santa with muscles this December. Do it for Hulk Hogan.
I never have seen it. It has gotten requests before. I think I got the ones picked out for this year though, so probably not. But I'll try to look more into it. I'll at least try to sit down and watch it this year.
Movie Lover over on Twitch says, seeing as how you're a Chicago native, what are your thoughts on Backdraft?
I remember liking The Fire. I remember the movie being okay. I remember sometimes The Fire was a little cartoony. Um, I guess it's a kind of be expected. I don't know. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and even as a kid, I kind of remember like this is a little goofy, but I should probably give it another shot. I should watch it again.
Frankfurt, thank you. Sorry, over on YouTube it says, I'm surprised no one asked you this, but have either of you heard that there's probably going to be a Detective Pikachu 2? Yep, seems legit. It
Hmm.
does. I think the first one made enough money.
Yeah, no, I remember the film being okay, and yeah, I think it did pretty well. So yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. I know you had a forum on it, but what's your personal favorite wall background?
This one. Look at all that crazy. Um, I don't know. I like the color blue. Blue is my favorite color. So anything that has a little bit more of like a blue tint to it, I kind of like.
Headshot over on YouTube asks, have you seen the movie In Time, where time is literally money? And would you be interested in NC on that movie?
I did. I do remember seeing that movie. It was okay. The idea was more interesting than the execution, but the execution wasn't bad. I don't know if I could do an NC on it. I don't think I could bring that much to it, but it wasn't bad. It was all right.
This might be our last one here. Kid Infamous over on Twitch says, I know you're doing Grand Rapids convention, but I gotta ask, are you doing Days of the Dead this year from your favorite Mohawk convention fanboy?
No, I'm not. Brad might, but I'm not going to be able to, sadly. But yeah, always love seeing you in whatever new way you have of introducing yourself. Yeah, no, always love seeing you.
And that's a
With that
great.
said, don't forget we are going to Grand Rapids this weekend. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I saved that one because I was like, this is a great little like lead into. Remember, we do not have stream on Friday because we are in fact going to be at Grand Rapids Comic Con. So come hang out with us and see us there. Well, come see us there. I'm sorry, we can't necessarily hang out. We've got
Yeah,
people to
yeah,
meet.
yeah.
But come see us there and chat for a little while, all right? So yeah, no stream on Friday, but Malcolm is going to be here tomorrow on Twitch. He might be nearing the end of Silent Hill F. I'm not sure, but come see Malcolm scream. It's honestly very entertaining. He's very funny when he's scared. um, so yeah, Malcolm will be here tomorrow. No stream on Friday, but yeah, hopefully we'll see you all this weekend. Thank you so much for being here. We super appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.